the last lockdown show, 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 last lockdown show. It's the last lockdown show. Woohoo! I hear you shout. So what have we learned in the last 10.5 weeks? I've learned a lot. I've lost a lot. Using that, I've lost, 10.5 weeks, and I've lost 14 pounds or 14, 18. So nearly £2 a week I've lost once everything started to kick in. I feel fan-bloody-tastic. Also, I've decided that I'm not going to eat certain foods. Somebody asked me a question a little while ago, which was, oh, my arse is sore, bloody hell. Which was, how do I keep going? How do I program my mind? What do I do? What do I say to myself to keep going on that for 2 hours? But also, with the food side as well. And I learnt this when I stopped smoking in 1983. I was in Northern Ireland being shot at. Well, I wasn't being shot at all. I was getting drunk and chasing the ladies. But if I say I was being shot at, that makes it sound ever so much more exciting. And I stopped smoking because I could visualise. I use visualisation techniques, and it's something I've learnt over the years. I wish I'd learnt the bloody thing when I was in the army, I really do. But anyhow, and I learnt that if I was inhaling smoke, then there was little people in the air sacs in my lungs, and they were going, I'm dying! And therefore, every time I saw a packet of smokes, it made me think about the little people in my lungs. I gave up alcohol and I used the same thing. That there were little people in my liver. And if I was to take the alcohol, the little people in my liver were dying of alcohol. And that's why I can look at a bottle of wine or a bottle of spirits or even a can of beer, which I have to say, a pint of beer is just a pint of liquid sugar. A glass of wine is just a glass of liquid sugar. And spirits aren't that far behind. But anyhow, when I was drinking that, and that's how I could visualise the technique that I used, was to visualise parts of my body were struggling because of what I was putting into it. And I've made a decision, because of the effort it's taken me to lose the weight on that bloody thing. I'm not going to have cake anymore. I'm not going to eat ice cream anymore. And I'm not going to eat crisps anymore. I'm going to watch the diet that I eat. And it's breaking me heart because I love cake and I love ice cream and my big packet of crisps on a Friday night watching something on the TV. But it's going to be okay because the visualization technique that I'm going to use is the cake has little sugar people. And when you eat it, those little sugar people are going into your stomach and they're chasing in towards your fat cells going, woohoo, I've arrived, look what I'm doing. Hey, budge over, let me in. And it's the same with ice cream. Little sugar people are going to go into me fat cells and join the people that are there already and expand it because that's all they can do. So by using that visualization technique, it's something which helps me to be able to overcome this. I also had a flash of the blinding obvious. I'm not too sure if it is the blinding obvious, but when I was in the forces, I reached sergeant 3 times and I got taken off me and all the rest of the stuff. And other people stayed in and they went further. And I've always regretted leaving. But what I enjoyed was the teaching. I enjoyed passing on my knowledge. I enjoyed people becoming more knowledgeable, learning things. And once you went up the promotion ladder, that kind of stopped. Perhaps subliminally, I was putting a ceiling on myself to say, I want to stay doing this. I don't want to do that. Anyhow, I got out and all the rest of this stuff and the ups and downs and the volcanoes that have happened ever since. That's one of the reasons why I think I've also stayed. The visualisation of staying single is better for me than the visualisation of being with somebody. And the problems that can bring, because the breakups I've had, they've just about bloody destroyed me. So therefore, if I look at a relationship, I'm seeing destruction of me. And I'm protective of me because I'm only a little person. I'm old now, you see, and therefore I've got to look after myself. But that's one of the things. And it makes me anxious of thinking that would be good, but what if I do something wrong? So with the losing the weight on that, how do I manage to stay on for 2 hours? How have I managed with the diet? It's visualization techniques of the product that I no longer want infecting me should I eat it anymore. And especially with the cake. Oh my God, I used to go out on the bike and I would stop at 2 places maybe and have different cakes. Because I used to love I can close my eyes as I'm doing now and I can taste the cake and the, but I'm not going to let the cake, little people, go into me and budge up, fatty, I'm moving in as well. I'm not going to do that anymore. So I've got to think of something which is going to give me an excitement, because when you consider, I'm a right boring bastard now. If you consider, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I'm not going to eat cake, I'm not going to eat ice cream, I'm not going to eat fatty food like crisps. What the hell's the point of living? And that's why I want to go back to India. Yes, I'm mentioning India again, but there's a reason. I want to go back to India because I want to be able to try and help you experience what I experienced when I went there the first time. Because before I went, I was scared of the bloody place. I thought they lived in tents. I thought it was a terrible place. And all right, there are some places, like everywhere in the world, there are shanty towns. There are some places that aren't the best place for people to live, but they survive. But I want to go back to India. I want to create something which brings you entertainment, brings you joy, brings you excitement of, oh my God, look at that. And that would help you to experience why I love the place so much. It's dusty, it's noisy, it's dangerous, but it's bloody marvellous. And I want to lose the weight, and I want to keep the weight off, so when I go, I'm not wobbling down the street, and I'm not struggling going up a bloody hill to get to a fort, which I did when I was there the first time. So these are the things, and I've even thought maybe I can put a Kickstarter or just giving us something up for India, because if you could help me to get there, then what can I give to you? What's in it for you? Not what's in it for me. I know what's over there, but what's in it for you by helping me get there? What's in it for you if I go back and make a film, write a documentary or a book? Is a documentary basis, a diary basis, and photographs of things that you've never seen, but also to encapsulate the feelings that I have about India. And I've done the UK. I've done all I want to do. Go and do the lakes. Well, I could write another book on the Lake District, but the roads are the bloody same as they were when I wrote it 3 years ago. The mountains haven't changed. The lakes haven't changed. What's the point of that? It's the same with North Wales. I've done it. Same with Northumberland, Hadrianwald. I've done it. Same as North Yorkshire years ago. I've done it. There's nothing exciting to stay and to do those areas again. I've done them. The Peak District I find boring. Norfolk I find boring. The west coast of Scotland I know nothing about. So if I was to go up and film, well, you can do that your bloody self. You can go up and you can go around the west coast of Scotland or the NC 500 and experience it yourself. I'm not going to be able to bring you anything that you can't already see online, and that's important to me now. I want to be able to do it and bring entertainment and joy to your screen. It's, yeah, that's what I've learned over the last 10 weeks. Haven't been chasing, I haven't been, right, I've got to go out. In fact, the last couple of times I've been out on Thumper, I haven't enjoyed it. I really haven't enjoyed it, because I'm thinking, what am I riding along here for? I enjoy riding a bike, don't get me wrong. But those thoughts have come into my mind, which is why I believe my future is to go to places. Tenerife blew my socks off. And maybe that's something also that I should consider to bring to you the joy I had, the sheer jaw-dropping moments I experienced. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, what has lockdown done to me? It's changed my thought process. It's made me thinner. And I'm also considering putting up where the suits that I've got, they've been worn quite a lot, I have to say. Well, yeah, they have, yeah. But they're too big for me now. And if you're going to take something seriously, get rid of where you can go back to. So in other words, if I get rid of the suits that I've got and I buy a suit that fits me now, I won't want to eat, because if I eat, that means I'm going to start to lose, I'm going to put weight on and the suit won't fit, and oh my God. So it's also something which people say, and I've heard many a time, if you want to win the war, if you want to take the island, burn the boats, because you've got no way back. So to go to India, I want to go for a year. You can go for 6 months, you've got to come out, you go back. I've organised with the doctors, I can get 6 months of medication to take with me, so I would fly back, go to my brothers or sisters, get more medication and go back again. So that's already been sorted. But I'm going to give up the house that I'm in. It's just a house. Just a house. In fact, I'm bored with where I live. So lockdown has done a lot for me. It's changed a lot of thought processes. And I refuse to go back to the way that life was at the beginning of March. And it's only, as I said, 10 weeks ago. It's nothing. I've been ill for 10 weeks, for God's sake. So 10 weeks has been nothing, but it's changed my mindset to an area which I never thought it was going to. That's why I want to go to India. That's why I'm going to stop eating cake, ice cream and crisps, because of my visualization techniques. I can prevent myself from doing it. And perhaps that's my future, of going to areas that I want to explore and just having fun. I'm thundering towards 62. I'm a type 1 insulin-dependent diabetic. I poo into a permanent bag on my belly. I've got severe arthritis in my shoulders. That's as far... Oh, yeah, bugger. That's as far as I can lift my arm. And that one, look, that's it. I can't lift my arm, this above the shoulder, just impossible. But they're only challenges, aren't they? They're only going to give you an opportunity to try something new. Anyway, last lockdown show. I've rattled on a bit. Hope you've enjoyed them. Hope you might have gained something from them. And until the next time, when the one-man show, the one-man show, comes back. Ta-da!